Welcome back to my 100% playthrough of REKKR on the REKKR difficulty, played through prboom-plus. Yes, I'm doing the sourceport shuffle for this game now. I'll tell you why at the end of the video. But we were doing all levels with a bow start, and this is E1M8, Hazardous Coast. Let's begin. Alright, so this is a very hazardous coast, so let us prepare to deal with these hazards by grabbing some medicinal herbs. And also just, grabbing any weapons we see on the way too. All of these will come in handy, especially for when we want to deal with these guys. And this big boy. There's some steel shot we can use for later. And a soul prism we can use right now. As long as their shots actually hit. Whatever. We're just gonna kill all these floating heads while we're here too. If you want, you can get the axe out of this whole ordeal. But you know what? We're just gonna keep firing and firing. Grab some stuff here. And go into this place when everything's all said and done. To get the steel shot launcher and also flip the switch, which allows us to go into this place and open this up. Now when you open that place up, you can go and look at the exit, but make sure you grab everything here first. You might as well. So double check here if you want to get all the herbs and whatnot. I'm gonna do that myself, just to max out my health, and I'll grab some of these too, just to get more steel shot. And look at all the jackalopes running around. Aren't they adorable? Well, we're gonna flip the switch here, and that will summon all these dudes. So let's blow this up and start killing the rest of these guys. They don't want to line up, but they do want to be annoying. But hey, look, you can get woed out of this mess too. But you want to watch out because, yeah, there are lots of things in this area now. Got repopulated. Especially with these eyes and these eye-shooting things. The ultimate evil. But you know what? We're just gonna let them run around and do their thing. And, you know, just get out of here. And kill this one. This one in particular has got to go, because I don't like him. Not because he's an important one. It's just that he decided to be here. And of course, when he dies, he summons eyes. Ay, ay, ay. But if it gets really desperate, we can make use of these jackalopes. As much as it pains me to say it, we might need to. So, sorry. I need that health. Well, I don't need it. You only need 1% health, really. But I want it. Just look at these things. They're making me kill jackalopes with their barrage of projectiles. That is evil. Yeah, you're evil. Come here, you evil thing. Come here, you evil eye. And of course, the other eyes are summoned. So let's actually get rid of these eyes. Prioritize our targets for once in our miserable lives. Alright, so it's just this guy. Well, there's still some eyes running around, but you know what? Yeah. Yeah, this map is pretty much a cleanup map. You gotta clean up all the enemies if you wanna actually progress here without having too much of a hassle. I mean, you could probably do it by getting what you need and getting out, but you know, this is a 100% playthrough. We gotta kill all the enemies, get all the secrets, and not die. All in a single segment. But it can be a little tedious sometimes. And sometimes a bit risky. So that's why sacrifices have to be made, especially when it comes to jackalopes. Watch out for the bone turrets up there too. Yeah. We're low on just about everything, really. But you know what? We get some stuff out of this place. So let's use this stuff to kill this thing. This sad thing. And if you want, you could try, and I mean try, emphasis, to drop here. It's not really much here though, but makes you feel nice that you're able to master the platforming of Doom. Yeah, platforming. Well, actually, this isn't Doom, it's REKKR. But yeah, we're gonna go back up here, because our business is not done. Oh, we got all the kills and everything. We're actually over the kill limit. But, you know, we still got work to do. We're at 2% health, but it doesn't matter. Because there's a health distance, we're not at 12. And yeah, these guys are still here. They're still running around, looking goofy, looking weird. And there's more where that came from, but you know, it's not too difficult to just fire away at them. As long as you can dodge projectiles, you'll be hunky-dory, alright? Mind the homing ones. They aren't too bad, but they can still get you if you aren't careful. Alright, we got the blue key out of the solar deal too. And that's very useful. Speaking of things that may or may not be useful, depending on how damaged you are and where you're at, you can get a bottled health by running onto this area with these huge swords. That's actually really cool looking. But yeah, that's pretty much everything here. We got all the kills. Well, I think we got all the kills. It's a little hard to tell this time around. But you know what? We can just double check. Okay, yeah, we got all the kills, except for one. Because this needs the blue key to open up, and it just has this in it. And that allows you to go on the boat. But let's just do one more little tour around the island to make sure. Yeah, forgive me for this kind of paranoia, but I gotta make sure we got everything. And it looks like we did, so let's make our way out. Alright, Hazardous Coast. What a level. It's got, it's a very straightforward level, actually. It's got a lot of enemies, though, and they can still cause a lot of trouble, especially those eyes and the little mini-bosses they send at you. Yeah, they can be pretty tough, but as long as you can circle strafe and use your jackalopes efficiently, you'll be alright first level. The only problem is you'll have to kill the jackalopes if you get hit, because aside from that bottle health and some other pickups like the woad, they're your only other real source of health. I mean, there's also the medicinal herbs, but yeah. It's a tough decision to make for someone like me. But yeah, you're probably wondering why I switched to prboom-plus. That's because the text at the end, at least for GZ Doom, doesn't want to work. So it works here for whatever reason. But for whatever reason, the info text didn't want to work in prboom-plus, so that's why I was playing some of the first few levels on GZ Doom. Go figure. All works fine on Crispy Doom though. Probably should have used that. But I wanted to do this in widescreen. I know Crispy Doom has widescreen now, but, you know, I started recording this playthrough before that was even implemented, but we'll see about that. But both of these ports work just fine. So, we're done with this level, so all we need to do now is read the epilogue of Episode 1. You've been through war. The lone survivor of a shipwreck of lost souls. You made it home, only to find home has been dragged through hell. After killing your way through, you wonder what caused this. What the hell are these monsters? And where did they come from? Across the sea, you can just make out the capital city. If anyone has answers, or a plan, it's them. The only problem is it's on fire, you steel yourself for what's next. Alright, that was the first episode of REKKR. Now, there were some bugs here and there with GZ Doom and the prboom-plus, but you know, you can just fix that all by doing the sourceport shuffle, or you could just play Crispy Doom, or even Chocolate Doom like a king if you want to get all that retro stuff going on. But yeah, I like the first episode so far. It's got some nice stuff. Really, highlights were the music, especially in E1M8, and of course, all the levels and maps have that nice Norse Gale punk theme to them, and it works really well. Well, at least I think it does. But yeah, it's a nice playthrough so far. But anyways, we're done with this video. Stay tuned for our next one, where we begin the second episode. And we might do it in prboom-plus. But until then, toodaloo.